A couple of weeks ago, WarBases brought out their new pre-printed Wild West buildings. And if you're interested in seeing what they're like, then stay tuned because that's coming up next. Now, while I was at Salute, I spoke to Glenn from WarBases about these new table-ready terrain MDF buildings, which they've just released for the Wild West. And I have to say, I was really impressed with what he had to say and to see them in the flesh. They looked really, really good and not quite as garish as I thought, having seen some of the posts on Facebook. Now, both the gunsmith building and the trading post, which I picked up, they are £16 each. I did buy these myself, and I have to say I'm really looking forward to them being on the table. Now, what Glenn did say was that they can be customized. So if you wanted the gunsmiths but in a different front color rather than grey, maybe red or something, you can contact them and they can swap the colors around for the buildings. So well worth taking that into account. Price wise, as I said, £16 a piece for both of the gunsmith and the trading post. However, if you got the MDF non-printed or non-pre-printed versions, you'd be paying £8. So these are double the price, but I think in terms of how long it's going to take us to get them on the table, it's going to be definitely to our advantage to have paid that bit more. So without further ado, we're going to jump down to the workbench. I'm going to put these together and then we'll come back and review them. Okay, and here are the two finished buildings, and I have to say I'm really, really impressed. They look absolutely fantastic. There are, I mean, in terms of speed, the gunsmith took me all of about 15 minutes. There was a bit of drying time in there, and I have come back and I've just taken the clamps off, but I've probably only left them another 10-15 minutes, and then I've taken the clamps off and everything looks to be pretty much as it should be. There was always going to be, because there always is when I do an MDF building, there's always a piece that I put round the wrong way. What I would say is these don't come with instructions, although to be fair, as you would have seen on that time lapse, these are fairly intuitive builds, and you work out very quickly which way round the pieces go, because they can only really go one way. There are some obviously pieces such as the framing that you have to sort of work out that it is framing, and perhaps on the back of the sort of cover sheet you could have a quick simple set of instructions or a quick little diagram to say what the different pieces are, maybe a diagram of the sprues and then numbered and just labeled what they are, but that's pretty nitpicking, I have to say. These went together fairly well. There was one or two pieces that I've had to work a little bit just to get them together. The supports for the supports here for this sort of awning piece here, they were very tight, but generally speaking, it's all come together very nicely. Now, what I will say, and I did have this chat with Glenn, was asking whether the insides were printed. And what I'll do just very quickly is to show you on the gunsmiths that, in fact, the interior is not printed. You have a printed floor, but the walls are not printed. Now, there's ways around this, obviously. My plan is to get some coloured paper and just to cut it out, obviously cut a gap for the windows, but essentially have wallpaper in there. So that's what I plan to do, and it shouldn't really be too much of a job to do, but that will just solve the insides. You could paint them, be fairly quick to do. But the fact that the gunsmith took 15 minutes and it's essentially then a little bit of drying time and then ready for the table, and the other one's taken me about 25 minutes, so just under 40 minutes in total to build both of these, and they are essentially ready to go straight on the table. I think it's brilliant. I've never done one building in 40 minutes, let alone two. So definitely hats off to WarBases, and they do look very good. Now, there are a couple of bits that I will be touching up, such as these inner supports. They are printed on one side, but not the other. So the internal sides are not. Quick little bit of brown paint on that will just finish those off nicely. Same possibly on the back of this board. I might do it some sort of color, maybe a brown to match the front. But yeah, the backs are not painted on the backs of the front. But I mean, that is as small a gripe as it gets, really. These are really, really good, really impressive. I will be getting more of these, I've decided. The saloon will be one that I pick up mostly because just the effort to build my own, or the effort to get one and then paint it and decorate it myself. It's just I just don't have the time for it, and I lose interest quite quickly. So having these, I don't mind paying a bit extra, to be honest, for the speed at which I've been able to get those ready for going on the table. So I will leave a link in the description below to these buildings. These specific ones, but obviously check out WarBases website, and they do have them on there. If you want to do some customization, so let's say you wanted the trading post but you wanted it in the grey that the gunsmiths is in, send them an email and say, look, I'm after the trading post but I want it in the grey like the gunsmiths. They will sort that out, and if they can do it, they'll do it. They're really, really good company to deal with. So as always, if you've liked this video, do please hit the like button, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about these. If you're into Wild West, will you be getting some of these? I know Dickie Boyd's done some reviews of, or was it actually, it might have been Dickie Boyd, but I think also Alex at Storm of Steel, he's also done some of their World War II pre-printed stuff, done some reviews on them, so check those out as well. It's not just Wild West. There are some other pre-printed ready to go terrain on their website as well, so definitely check those out. Now next episode coming up will be an unboxing video around the new Chicago Way 2-player starter set from Great Escape Games. I'll be bringing that next Sunday, and then I think we may well be diving back into the world of Tolkien, so do keep an eye out. I'm not sure yet, but I'm certainly itching to get started with Minas Tirith. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.